Leo love, today, I invite you to pause, just for a breath, just for this sacred moment we now share. I am Luna Celestine, and I want to whisper to the fire that lives inside you, a flame that's been burning long hot and bright for far too long without rest. The universe is not asking you to push harder. It's not testing your strength again. No, today, it's simply knocking gently at the door of your soul, asking, are you still there, beloved? Or have you given too much of yourself away, chasing what you thought you needed to become? I feel it with you, the weight behind your eyes, the tension in your jaw, the quiet ache of carrying dreams and expectations that once gave you wings, but now feel like anchors. Perhaps you've been pouring your light into every corner of life, striving, creating, fixing, achieving. And while the world sees your glory, what I see is the weariness behind your smile. But here's the secret you may have forgotten. Your joy is not a reward to be earned after the battle. It is the path itself. Today is not about doing more. It's about being more present with yourself, with your breath, with your body, with your truth. You see, when we overextend in pursuit of perfection, we disconnect from the very source of our power. That sacred lion's heart within you doesn't roar because it's flawless. It roars because it remembers. And I'm here to help you remember too. Let this be the day you shift from striving into alignment, from proving into embodying, from burnout into ease. Because when Leo leads with presence rather than pressure, miracles unfold with grace. And as we move into the messages of love, career healing, and destiny, let this be your compass. Does it bring me joy? If not, perhaps it's time to lay it down. Now let us walk together deeper into the energies of May 30th. There are signs waiting, revelations ready to surface, and an invitation from the stars to finally return to your own sacred rhythm. As we open the celestial window to May 30th, the skies whisper stories not of cards, but of stars in motion, planets aligning with precision, delivering messages etched in starlight for your lion-hearted soul. Today, Leo, the moon sits in a sensitive and reflective sign, weaving quiet waves of emotion beneath your normally radiant and confident surface. You may feel tender without knowing why, or find yourself thinking of someone from the pasta soul who once stirred your fire but left you questioning your own worth. This lunar positioning brings to light the places where your heart still longs for resolution, still waits to be seen. But remember, not all who cross your mind are meant to return. Sometimes their purpose was simply to awaken the parts of you that had forgotten their own glow. Meanwhile, Venus, goddess of love and alignment, is forming a subtle but charged connection to Saturn. This is no ordinary influence. It asks you to get serious about what you deserve, not just in romance, but in all relationships. Have you been giving your warmth to those who do not know how to hold it? Have you accepted half-truths because you feared solitude more than silence? Today, clarity arrives not in loud declarations, but in quiet, undeniable knowing. You don't need to beg for energy that was never yours to keep. Your worth is not up for negotiation. In the realm of career and calling, Mars, the planet of drive, forms a harmonious aspect with Uranus, the bringer of breakthroughs. What this means for you is simple yet profound, unexpected opportunity. A chance encounter, a bold idea, a door you thought was long closed, may creak open today, but only if you are brave enough to trust the unfamiliar. Be willing to say yes to something that scares you a little. This is the astrology of bold moves that don't yet make logical sense, but carry the unmistakable scent of destiny. Financially, this cosmic alignment also encourages decisive action. If you've been hesitant to start that project, apply for that position, or finally launch what's been sitting in your heart, today offers green lights from the universe. But caution, Leo, bold does not mean reckless. Temperance is found in the dance between instinct and intention. Don't rush. Let strategy accompany passion, and your rewards will echo beyond the material. Spiritually, Mercury's gentle dance with Neptune invites you into stillness. Your dreams may be vivid, even prophetic. Symbols will speak louder than logic. Pay attention to the whispers between thoughts, to the sudden insights that arrive in the shower, or the gentle voice that rises during meditation. These are not figments of imagination. They are your inner compass, freshly tuned and ready to guide. So today, beloved Leo, is not about grand gestures. It is about sacred pivots, the choice to walk away from what drains you, the courage to say yes to a future not yet fully visible, the grace to sit with your own becoming even when the world around you demands performance. You are not lost. You are being recalibrated. Let's keep going, for there is more to uncover, more light to walk toward. Your heart, your destiny, and your joy are waiting just on the other side of release. Today, Leo, the cosmos surrounds your financial realm with a radiant surge of momentum like golden light, rushing into a once still chamber. The universe is not only supporting your material success, but actively urging you to take conscious, courageous steps toward the life you've been envisioning. This isn't the kind of luck that falls into your lap. It's the kind of magnetic alignment that occurs when preparation meets divine timing. And today that timing is pulsing with possibility. You may feel a sudden clarity around money, where it's been leaking, where it's been stagnant, and most importantly, where it's ready to grow. If you've been contemplating a new investment, a side project, or a different source of income, the stars are lining up in your favor. There's something ripe now. Spark an idea, a nudge that's been quietly waiting for your permission to ignite. The question is no longer should I, but how fully am I willing to believe in what I'm building? This is a day to blend boldness with wisdom. The energy of Mars harmonizing with Uranus gives you the push to act, while Saturn reminds you that true wealth is built through consistency, not chaos. You are encouraged to plant seeds that will bloom over time, investments, not just in money, but in skills, systems, and structures that support your long-term vision. Perhaps it's time to consult a mentor, revisit your budgeting strategy, or finally enroll in that course you've put off. Whatever you choose, make it sacred. Make it intentional. Trust your intuition, Leo. It is unusually sharp right now, especially when it comes to sensing whether an opportunity is authentic or simply glitter dressed as gold. If something feels slightly off, honor that feeling. But if your inner voice whispers yes, even before logic can catch up, lean in. The breakthroughs available to you today aren't just about income. They are about sovereignty, about releasing any fear you've held around your ability to provide, to sustain, to thrive. You were never meant to live small, and the universe knows this. That's why it keeps offering you mirrors to your own power. And should you need a little celestial guidance along the way, the numbers 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, and 72 carry a special vibration for you today. These aren't merely lucky numbers. They are frequency markers, reminders of the abundance encoded in your very soul. You might see them on receipts, phone numbers, or even digital clocks, nudging you to remember you are aligned, you are guided, and yes, your prosperity is unfolding in divine time. So take the leap, Leo, or take the first quiet step. Either way, your wealth isn't just arriving, it's awakening. Leo, today's skies open a potent gateway for growth in your professional realm, one that rewards not just hard work, but aligned action. There is a quiet hum in the energy field surrounding your career now, as if something just beneath the surface is preparing to break open. You may not have all the answers yet, but what you do have is a powerful blend of insight and instinct. And on this day, that's more than enough to begin. You've likely been sensing it those subtle nudges from your inner voice, the growing awareness that something is shifting in your path. Perhaps it's a growing dissatisfaction with the familiar, or a desire to create from a place that feels more truthful, more purposeful. Today, the universe affirms that this pull is not imagination. It's divine momentum asking for your participation. Mars stirs your motivation, while Mercury channels fresh clarity, making it an ideal time to act on that inspired idea or lean into a conversation that could open unexpected doors. You might receive an email, an invitation, or a piece of information that feels minor at first glance, but carries the weight of future transformation. This is a day to stay alert, to listen beyond the words, and to trust the timing of chance encounters. There's an opportunity hidden in plain sight, perhaps in a meeting, a suggestion from a friend, or a stray thought during your morning walk. Your role is to follow the thread with curiosity, not control. Now more than ever, Leo, your success hinges on your ability to merge clarity with creativity. Yes, strategy is important. Yes, discipline will take you far. But it is your inner fire, your unwavering passion for what feels meaningful, that will set you apart. You don't have to fit into a box that was never shaped for your spirit. Today you are being guided to either elevate where you are or begin envisioning what's next with bold, unapologetic honesty. And if the pace feels slow or others seem hesitant to recognize your light, don't retreat. Temperance is still at work here, reminding you that the most enduring success is cultivated, not chased. Your diligence will be seen, your readiness will be met, your path will unfold in divine order. So take the call, send the message, share your idea, but do it from your center, not your fear. Because when Leo aligns with purpose and moves with faith, the world doesn't just respond, it rises to meet them. Dearest Leo, your body is not a machine to be managed, it is a temple to be heard. And today more than ever it is speaking softly, perhaps even pleading gently for your attention. If you felt fatigued, heavy, or simply off, this is not failure, it is feedback. The stars are holding up a mirror, now asking you to slow your pace, soften your grip, and remember the sacredness of rest. The moon's influence today enhances your sensitivity, emotionally, physically, and energetically. You may feel more affected by noise, movement, or even the emotions of those around you. That is not weakness, beloved. That is attunement. Your body is absorbing signals from your environment, and your spirit is asking for clearer boundaries between what is yours and what isn't. Honor that. Choose gentleness. Choose simplicity. Let the world move fast if it must, but you are allowed to move with grace. If you've been carrying unprocessed emotion, now is the time to release it, not in chaos but through conscious, loving presence. Go for a walk beneath the trees. Run your fingers through water. Stretch your spine slowly at sunrise. Your healing will not come from force. It will come from presence. From moments when you are fully with yourself, with no need to explain or produce, just be. Sometimes 5 deep breaths in silence can realign an entire day. You may also feel guided toward nourishment, not just of food, but of soul. What you consume today matters. Choose what brings you back to balance. Warm, grounding meals. Music that soothes rather than stimulates. Conversations that uplift instead of deplete. The health of your spirit and your nervous system are intertwined now. Listen closely, and you'll know exactly what to allow and what to release. The influence of Saturn whispers a gentle warning: do not ignore your stress. What you repress emotionally will eventually speak through the body. That ache in your back, that fog in your mind, that tightness in your chest, they are not just symptoms. They are signals. You are not weak for needing a break. You are wise when you choose to take one before the world forces you to stop. And finally, the star still watches over you from above, reminding you that healing is not just physical, it is cosmic. The universe is sending frequencies of renewal into your field right now. You need only make space for them to enter. So tonight, as you lie in bed, place one hand over your heart and simply say, I give myself permission to heal. Say it like a prayer. Say it like a promise. Because you, Leo, are not just meant to shine, you are meant to feel alive while doing it. Leo, your heart has always burned brighter than most radiant, loyal, all-consuming. And yet behind that solar fire, I sense a quiet ache today. Perhaps it's the weight of unspoken feelings or the echo of a connection that once stirred something holy within you, but has lately left you wondering if you've been loving too deeply in places that cannot hold you. The cosmic energies today stir emotional truth to the surface, not in loud drama, but in subtle tension, eye contact that lingers, or a silence that feels heavier than words. If you're in a relationship, this may be a day where your intuition picks up on the things not being said. A partner may be struggling to open up, or you may find yourself tiptoeing around truths you're not ready to admit. Don't panic, beloved. This is not a sign to withdraw, it's an invitation to soften, to listen, and most importantly, to stay rooted in your own self-worth. If you're single, the air hums with the energy of karmic attraction. Someone may appear perhaps unexpected, perhaps already within your orbit, who feels like more than a passing connection. But take your time. Let your heart observe rather than rush. The universe is asking you not to fall for potential, but to recognize resonance. How does this person make you feel in your body? Safe, seen, or subtly smaller? These are the questions your soul is wise enough to answer. And if you find yourself thinking about someone from the past, don't dismiss it. Sometimes the heart revisits old wounds, not to reopen them, but to retrieve a part of yourself you left behind. Whether that memory leads to closure or reconnection, honor it as sacred. You're not meant to carry unfinished stories in silence. Today, the deeper theme is sovereignty. Loving fiercely doesn't mean losing yourself in the process. It means honoring the spaces where your heart sings freely, where your fire is fed, not dimmed. Don't lower your standards just to feel wanted. You are not meant to be tolerated. You are meant to be chosen, revered, celebrated. The emotional fog created by the moon may make things feel unclear, especially in relationships where masks are still being worn. Trust your gut. You already know what's real. And with Mercury and Neptune in subtle alignment, a revelation may arrive, a text, a confession, or even a dream that brings clarity. What has been hidden is coming to light, and though it may feel tender, it will ultimately set you free. So be gentle with yourself today, Leo. You are not too much. You are not asking for too much. You are simply remembering what your heart has always known. You deserve love that doesn't make you question your light. And so, Leo, as we bring this sacred moment to a close, I invite you to take a deep breath, not just with your lungs, but with your soul. Let it wash over the parts of you that have been tired, uncertain, or quietly aching. Let it remind you that even on the days when clarity hides and the path feels tangled, you are still guided. You are still held. You are still becoming. Today was never about grand change. It was about sacred remembering, about coming home to your own joy, your own rhythm, your own divine knowing. The universe is not asking for more effort from you. It is asking for more presence, more trust, more softness in the way you speak to yourself. Your worth was never tied to how much you produce or who chooses to stay. It has always been encoded in your essence, unshakable, radiant, royal. So if all you do today is rest your hand on your chest and whisper, I am enough, just as I am, then you have honored the stars. You have walked with the cosmos. You have aligned. The signs will keep appearing through conversations, through intuition, through the quiet pull toward what feels true. And when they do, you won't need to chase them. You'll already know. Until we meet again, keep your heart open, your fire sacred, and your joy non-negotiable. Because you, Leo, are not just part of the zodiac. You are the sun. And the sun never asks permission to shine.